Yep. Yep. All right, chat. This is the stream where I will be talking about my first offline tournament experience. And you might be wondering. You might be wondering. Hold on. Give me a second. You might be wondering, Dokuro, you were gone for a week. Hey, just exactly what the fuck were you up doing? Hold on, let me put a music on stream here, so we don't just chat in silence. Hold on, give me a second. How do I put some fucking music in here? It's media source, music, chatting BGM. Yeah, this should work. Anyway, chat. So I decided to go to my first offline tournament. Specifically, like AF, aka Astro Fest, Astro Finish. It's not 100% clear exactly what it stands for. It's a combination of Astro Fest Finish something in Guadalajara, Mexico. Fun place, actually. But first, yeah, we gotta. Of all the stuff that happened, hold on. Let me lower the volume a little bit because I feel like it's a bit too loud. There we go, that should be it. A little bit lower, there we go. Yeah, so. Right. It's an offline tournament dedicated to fighting games. Mostly anime, but there were like. There's also like KOF and Street Fighter, but it's mostly anime games. There was fucking Blaze Blue, Persona, Grand Blue Fantasy, Under Night, as you can see from my badge that has fucking Londreki on it. Fun times. Yeah, I specifically like requested a badge with Londreki on it. I was like, yo, hold on, like it was a specific perk for like signing up early. Like they say, yeah, you can pick one of the characters, just like any of the characters from the games that we're running. And I was like, sure, just play Londreki from Under Night in Birth. And I was like, hell yeah. And they put him in. And yeah, that's the story of why I decided to go. Now, the story of how I got there. Lord of mercy, because I absolutely fucking hated this part. First, we must talk about the plane trip. It was absolutely fucking horrendous. So hold on, let me get my notes over here. I like wrote an entire fucking diary of exactly just how everything went down. And I'm getting a lot of notifications, so forgive me for being a little unattentive. Right. So on Wednesday, I arrived at the airport of time, and I was like, yeah, sure, right, everything, whatever, you know. Going in an airport, you know, first time, it's a weird experience, but it was short and, well, relatively short, nah, whatever. I got there on time. I got there like 2 hours early because they said, yeah, you gotta be early there. You have to go through 3SA and everything. It's not that bad. They don't like pat you or anything. They just like run you through a metal detector, at least down here in Hale. Yeah, we have a Hale TSA and we have a Hale airport. Don't worry, ask about how that works. It's a little confusing if you think about it. But anyway, I got in there. They say, yeah, everything fine, you're good. I arrived to the boarding room and waited for like an hour or so until they say, yeah, you can board the plane. So they pull us in, they pull us out, and we're like ready to board the plane. And they tell us, yeah, it's gonna be delayed a little bit because maintenance. And we're like, alright, sure, whatever. It got delayed. Hold on. For some reason my net will disappear. There we go. Right, so I got on the airplane. So after that hour, we got on the airplane. So we were like, yeah, in 15 minutes we'll take off. And we didn't take off in 15 minutes. The fucking stewardess told us, yeah, so actually the captain told us. The captain told us, ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain speaking. We can't get the plane running. We need specialized equipment. We're going to be starting we're gonna be trying again with this equipment over at the airport. This is the airport's fault, by the way. This is not the plane's fault. And I was like, you think the airport will have the fucking necessary equipment to start the engine for a plane of one of the biggest fucking airlines in this circle of hell that just decides that uses up a lot of fucking planes and takes off a lot in there? So that was whack. Anyway, yeah, that took a while. A lot of people got mad and they decided to leave the plane and board the next day. I said, fuck it. If I don't get there right now, fuck it. Either way, I have to get there. So if I better do it now than later. So I just fucking stayed there, mad as hell, sitting on my fucking plane seat. I was wearing nothing but, like, you know, I was wearing my a sweatshirt and then a leather, no, just normal shirt and a leather jacket on top. I was wearing, you know, everything packed in my bag and a little backpack that I had as my personal belongings. You can like take up a little backpack to put in your underneath your the front seat and your luggage that you can take over and you put over at the top, you know, like this. But anyway, that's not my point. I'm digressing. Either way, after like 3-4 fucking hours, the plane finally fucking takes off. We arrive at our first stop for like 30 minutes. People hop in, everything goes fine and dandy, and then we leave Then we leave for fucking Guadalajara. Hi, Heavy. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm talking about my trip to my first offline tournament. You may have seen some pictures because I posted about them on my social medias and Discords. And I was like, wow, I bought this, I bought that, I saw the brackets and all of that. That was cool. I'll talk about the brackets later. Right now I'm talking about the plane trip on the way there because it was absolutely fucking terrible. But anyway, I ended up getting there, arriving to Guadalajara at fucking 1 a.m. Thursday. I was supposed to arrive there 10 p.m. Wednesday. I can Booger Work stick badge, so far Booger Work is shitting working fine. Yeah, that's the life of the programmer, or hell, anybody that works with computers and anything, especially, you know, making the buggers work, especially with open source code. You just gotta you gotta file the bug reports over at GitHub or whatever aggregator they use. See, that's just how life is for as a programmer. And anyway, I said I was supposed to arrive there at 10:30. I arrived 1:30 a.m. I was supposed to be the one to greet my bro, and my bro ended up greeting me like an hour after he was supposed to arrive. And then we went to somebody's fucking party because there were absolutely people before us ready for the tournament, and we decided to crash them because, like, also I was getting reports 2 other dudes arrived before me. One of them was fucking wasted. Mans just decided, I'm gonna finish half a fucking bottle of whiskey and I'm gonna have fun in here. I pay my money to arrive and I'm gonna use it well. Bro just decided to grab a fucking bottle of whiskey, drink half of it, and was knocked the fuck out. Bro did not wake up for the next 6 hours. And you know what? I respect it. Our dude was sober because somebody had to get sober and the other 2 of us weren't there just yet. So we grabbed a taxi off to the party and we arrived full speed. Met up with a few people from like the AF community. They were actually pretty chill. I thought they'd be like who the fuck is this little fella? And then they were like, oh, hey, look, I think I may have played you once. And they were like, oh yeah, I play a lot of Melty. You may recognize my name. Or the username that I had before, but I'm not gonna say it because I'm doxing myself. Anyway, I do that. We chat there or while whatever. We rented an Airbnb and it was supposed to be the next day. At like 11 a.m. It's right now it was like 3 or 4 a.m. So we had made plans to like crash over at one dude's house for the people who arrived the day before we officially rented the Airbnb. So we ended up like giving him a text. Man was wasted as fuck, gave us the address, and we ended up calling an Uber to go over there. And yeah, that wasn't it. So we get in the Uber, right? And he's just driving us around the city, whatever, in the fucking 3, 4 a.m. And suddenly, he goes to like one street, makes a U-turn, drops us off in front of, wow, look, wow, Neto! Subscribe for 11 months. Holy shit, it's almost been a fucking year that I've had affiliate. And well, Neto, welcome. How are you? Wait, it says subscribe for 9 months. Congratulations. I don't know why it says the stream baby thing. Because it's 11 months, not 9 months. Anyway, hi Neto. How are you doing this fine evening? But as I was saying, we picked the Uber. We arrived, he drives us to the fucking middle of nowhere. Like, actually not quite the middle of nowhere. We found out later that was like the main street, one of the main avenues. But that's great to hear that you're doing alright. I'm personally just yapping about my trip. A little bit tired, but it was a great experience. Right, hold on. I think I need to change to the next fucking thing. Yeah, we got lost. We ended up fucking getting lost in the middle of Guadalajara. So that was cool. So after the party at 3 a.m., well, again, we called up this dude. He gave us the address. And was like, yeah, just go here, man. Bro was fucking wasted as shit. So, right, so we put in the address for the Uber. He takes us there, and we expected there to be like a house or something, like the dude's house. It wasn't. We were in front of a fucking stadium, and on the other side of the road, there were like apartment buildings. We were told it was an apartment, so we were like, okay, this must be the place, like Talking Head said. But no. We called up one dude and he said, no, yeah, there's like a bakery over there. And we saw no fucking bakery. And we're like, huh? Where the fuck are we? So we handed another dude for the address. And he told us, oh, yeah, it's actually 509, not 520. So we ended up like in the middle of fucking nowhere. So one of the dudes was like, actually the dude that was like calling the shots, the Uber and everything. And the Airbnb was like, yeah, we can just walk there. It's like 15 minutes away. It wasn't 15 minutes away. We were fucking walking at 4 a.m. One of us was suited out of his mind because he drank half the whiskey bottle. The other one of us was fucking panicking. Mans was like, oh fuck, they're gonna get us. The other one was like, fine, it's fine, we'll be fine, we'll get there, don't worry about it. He was checking the Uber, the fucking address. And I was like, yo, speak up the fucking Uber! Just call the fucking Uber! He ended up calling the fucking Uber like 30 minutes in after we walked like 5 blocks and we saw that it was nowhere near close to that. So yeah, eventually it takes us there. We find the dude's apartment and we end up going there. Inside, it's like a fucking coffin of a room. Not quite Little John level, but it was like fucking tiny. There's an air mattress on the floor. And there's an air mattress on the floor. A shitload of anime figurines. The windows were open. There were no heating or air conditioning. Only 3 of us fit in the fucking air mattress. The other dude, the one that was hungover and stood around his mind, just grabbed a fucking pizza box and laid on the floor. So that was cool. We ended up waking at like 8 a.m. fucking shivering. Almost dead, all fucking hungover because we drank a little, but not much. Because I was like, shit, I still need to wake up in like a few hours, so I probably should not consume that much alcohol. Everybody, and we were all fucking hungry, that's the thing. We were like, where the fuck's the nearest convenience store? Or whatever. Eventually we ended up calling the Airbnb rental, the host, the landlord, quote unquote, landlady actually. We texted her and she said like, yeah, you guys can go in. The keys in the logbook, that is what this is, combination, da. Okay, cool. So we grab a fucking Uber there. And it's in the middle of a nice neighborhood. You might think it was actually full of white people, the way it was like constructed, but it was in the middle of fucking Mexico. That was surreal. But anyway, we go in, we set everything up, and we're like, alright, where the fuck are we? What's the nearest fucking thing? And I did a quick Google search on Google Maps, and I found out there was like 3 7-Elevens nearby. So I decided to go there, to pick one at random, grab my boy and say, hey, let's go to fucking 7-Eleven, bro. Let's go to fucking 7-Eleven and buy some shit, cause I'm fucking hungry. I didn't have anything to eat before that. I was like, since I got on the plane, the only thing I had to eat was a pack of cookies that my friend gave me because I was like, bro, I'm fucking starving. I need to eat something. Anyway, but yeah, we got there. We decided, fuck, let's check out the 7-Eleven. So we go outside, pick one of the three at random. We just cross the street and go like, oh cool, 7-Eleven. And turns out there was an uphill street. It was like an uphill walk. So whatever. Bit of a trek, but we make it. I buy an onigiri because they were selling onigiri over there for some obscure reason. An onigiri, a yogurt, and a strawberry Dr. Pepper. No, it was actually a Coke. Sorry, it was a Coke and an onigiri. It was smoked salmon, I think. My boy grabbed a fucking ramen, instant ramen. So that was fun. We were a pair of fucking whips, you know. Just go to Guadalajara and decide to try the local culture, you know, the local cuisine. Nah, ramen and onigiri, like a pair of fucking whips we are. Anyway, yeah, we go back home and whatever. The other dudes are like, we're awake, more awake now. So hey, let's order some fucking Popeyes because we were like, so we're pretty much out from hometowns that don't have Popeyes. Like there's no Popeyes on My Circle of Hell, there's no Popeyes on Brostown. All of us. We were in Central Mexico, and Central Mexico is pretty much the only place that has Popeyes now. And I was like, shit, I could go for some Popeyes. So we try it, we order it gets there. I grab a fucking bite. It was like pretty good actually, but not my favorite. The mashed potatoes were definitely inferior to KFC. I'm definitely gonna stand with KFC for fucking mashed potatoes. Not Popeyes. I'm sorry. The chicken was godlike though. It was we ordered both like spicy and normal, you know, crust, normal breading. Pretty fucking tasty, both of them. I ended up trying like a chicken breast and a chicken thigh. Absolutely, pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. So I just decided, so we just say fuck it. And the hangover was catching up to me. I needed to go to sleep. So I got the fuck to sleep. And a few hours later, like 3-4, I wake up, I pull up my daily TikTok because I still like had a bunch of them queued up. I wake up, I go to the bathroom. The first thing I fucking see is one of my bros in a fucking maid dress. Yeah, we were all fucking weirded out, bro. This was a Thursday afternoon. I walk in and I see brother just wearing a fucking maid dress. Like unprompted. It didn't even fucking look good on him. His shoulders were too broad. It was otherwise like, and I was like, huh? So he's just like, fuck. Yeah, I can't believe you've seen this. So we ended up just like shitting, you know, shitting ourselves with it and shit. It was a punishment game because the other dude brought it along and was like, you put it on, you motherfucker, put it on. And apparently he put it on while I was asleep. So that was fun. Anyway, that night, after all of that drag, you know, that odyssey, now that we were all settled in, we decided to get fucking wasted with these guys from before. And hold on. Hold on, let me get the notes. Right, I completely forgot about this. So we rented an Airbnb for 6 people. One of them bailed down on us, so they ended up being like 5 at the end. We had like 3 bedrooms with like a king size bed, and 1 bedroom with like 4 individual beds. Except the bedroom with the individual beds was fucking locked. So we called the owner because we were like, how the fuck do we open it? We only had the front door key. We didn't have any other key. And she was like, yeah, I don't have the key for that one either. You gotta open it with a knife. We're like, what the fuck you mean with a knife? Like, we gotta stab the shit and like saw through it. And she was like, no, just jam it. Guess what? What, Panko? Can. No! Right. That took a long time to show up. Anyway, hi Pan. How are you doing? I'm talking about my trip. So alright, after that, we ran and we were fucking wasting. Hold on, let me see what, no wait, not the tourism. Did you just call me Panko fucker? No, sorry. Look, I'm still a little bit tired. I see pan, flanco, and then my mind thinks panko. I get confused. I get, ow! Ow! I get a little confused, okay? Forgive me. But yeah. Yeah, we ended up, hold on. Let me see if we did any tourism that day, because I think we did. No, we used like Popeyes and shit. Oh yeah. Eventually, another one of our friends arrived. No one that lives nearby. Yeah, the other friend. The other friend arrived. The one that we were 4 and then we were 5. The 5th person arrived. Also, while I was asleep, the Airbnb owner unlocked the door. Apparently with a fucking knife. She started fucking jamming it through the door. You're not my favorite fanboy anymore. I'm gonna cry, Pan. You're gonna make me cry. Is that what you want? You wanna make me cry? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Nah, but for real. And that's perfectly understandable. Look, I'm very stupid. Somebody please forgive me if I do some stupid shit. Okay, I'm gonna call you Pan. I'm gonna try and call you Pan because I get confused with names that are similar. Anyway, yeah. So that the 5th dude arrives, and now we have all the doors unlocked and like shit. That's cool. So we ended up playing some fucking Under Night in Birth. That was cool. My laundry is still kind of nasty and all of that. Pretty fun. Oh yeah, I think I didn't. If you weren't here like a little bit earlier, I had like my badge. Here's the picture of my badge. I actually specifically requested Londrekia in that one. I got in the early signups for the tournament, and one of the bonuses was like you get your not just the custom username. I guess you may see here it says Dokuro's Carmiglione, but you also get your choice of character in the badge. So, apparently last year, the people were allowed to fucking upload their own PNGs. And that was cool. A lot of people put like fucking Doros and shit. But not this time. They were like, yeah, no, there's too much potential for stupid bullshit in there. Just let them pick from the characters and let them pick their main. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna fucking choose Londrekia. Doros, yeah, there people fucking walk around with Doros in their badges. I actually saw one of the dudes that had the badge from last year, and it was just straight up a fucking Doro in there. It was funny. Apparently they also had like a fucking Doro cake and shit. But anyway, back to the story. We arrived there. We arrived at the party with the dudes. And my first fucking course of action was to go, the wizard needs his potion! And I walk over to the drinks, grab a bottle of rum, grab a bottle of coke, and serve myself a rum and coke. And I absolutely done like 3 or 4 of those. That was fun as all hell. And then they decided to run like a Melty Blood Actress Again crew battle. Yeah, I was like in one of the teams, and they call me, hey Dokuro, hop on, it's you up. And I was like, shit, I'm fucking rusty, but I'm gonna do what I can. So I pull out my stick, plug it in, set up my controller and everything, do a quick button check, and I destroy one of the dudes. I absolutely fucking kill him. Granted, he was also a bit rusty apparently. So, but still, he still played the game before. He had fundamentals. And he actually was the 2nd place uni winner. So that was cool. Yeah, second place at the under night bracket. And I beat his fucking ass at Melty. So you might say I'm the equivalent. Nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna be that kind of fella. But yeah, we hope we get there. We are at the party. I knocked out the dude. We were on like a 2-life system, so two losses and you're out of the crew battle. So I knocked that guy out 2-0. Easy fucking win. They picked me up next against one of the old heads, but this one still was playing it, so he still had fresh in his mind. Do you wanna know how many fucking wins I won against that dude? I took one off, baby. I took one fucking game off. So I wasn't like entirely fucking fucked up. My Waraki kinda nasty, brother. And yeah, and after that I continued fucking getting wasted. Yeah, man, until my team won and we decided, yeah, let's fucking go to the party, bro. I mean, let's fucking go outside. Let's go grab some more drinks and something to eat. And snacks. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna grab pizza because I need something in my stomach. Otherwise, I'm gonna get fucking super wasted and hungover, and also some water. And I didn't want to be like getting hungover the next day because we still had a day left to explore the town and shit. So I didn't want to be like hungover. The others didn't give a shit. The guy who like downed the fucking whiskey bottle, bro, you say, you know what? I don't want to touch alcohol in my entire fucking life ever again, bro. I'm not drinking anything. I'm gonna be fucking dry today. And he was. He just drank water and chips that day and soda. So he was like probably the most conscious of us all. So I wiggled there. I went a pizza. I chat with one of the dudes. One of the dudes was the one that I knocked out actually. And not the one I knocked out. The one I took a life out of. And we were chatting, I was like, GG's man, you're actually pretty good. No driving and drinking then? Nope, no driving and drinking. None of us can, actually only one of us can drive. But we didn't rent a car. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being boring, but I don't actually know how to drive. We ended up calling an Uber either way. But anyway, I went to the store, grabbed a bunch of stuff, grabbed a pizza, like a personal pizza, you know, the frozen one. I heat it up and I go back there and I eat it and I'm like, cool, this is actually pretty good. And suddenly, my boy comes in with a fucking thing, with a concoction that apparently was like raspberry. It's not an excuse to not drive, Doku. I'm sorry for not. Okay? No, that's not an excuse. That's not my excuse for not drive. My excuse is that I don't know how to carjack. Okay? I didn't have access to a car that anybody was like, yeah, we're okay with you driving and drinking. Anyway, yeah. So my boy gives me a fucking concoction in a plastic cup that was raspberry Bacardi, citrus sky vodka, Lord knows fucking what else. Actually, no, a little bit of tequila, a beer, and Coke. It was fucking foaming, and it tasted like hell. So I gave it a sip, and I was like, how can you drink this shit, bro? And he was like fucking downing it. And as soon as I took that fucking sip, it was like I got knocked out, bro. Because I was like, yeah, bro, that's pretty cool. And I was just watching some people fucking play Uni. I think it was Melty. I was watching some people play something, nodding my head off in my chair, and one of the dudes comes up to me and was like, hey, bro, you good? And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm good. He was like, yo, seriously, you good? We can give you a bed. We can like lend you a bed for a bit. And he was like, you know what? Sure, I can fucking use it. So I fucking go to the bed and I fall asleep like a rock. And like an hour later, they come pick me up and they're like, bro, we're going back home. And I'm not going to the past. The field so player can carjack you too can learn. Look, I saw a video on how to hotwire, but I'm not gonna risk it. The reason that I don't commit crimes is not that they're wrong. It's that I'm too stupid to not get caught. But yeah, after that we go back to our Airbnb and we're like, that was cool. So we ended up eating like a little bit. We were like there at 3 a.m. and one of them was like, you guys wanna order some burgers? And I was like, hell no, I'm gonna let a fuck to sleep. fucking went to sleep. Woke up the next day at like 8 a.m. And I was like, I mean, nobody else was awake, and they decided, fuck, let's do a cheeky 7-Eleven run. And I decided, let's go to another one. And I did a quick scout over Google Maps, and I was like, oh, okay, so instead of crossing the street and going uphill, I'm gonna go just continue straight and see what the fuck is up there. Turns out it's just one block and a street crossing away, and you get there. And I was like, god damn it. We were going to the other fucking place. Whatever. I ended up buying an onigiri and another soda, and that was pretty cool, I think. So I go there, I wake up, I'm like heating up my onigiri at the microwave. And another dude wakes up. The guy that arrived last. And he tells us a story. While they were eating burgers, the guy who downed the fucking whiskey bottle, like also went to sleep like me without eating. So the other three are like sitting there in the kitchen eating burgers and like whatever. Suddenly, they hear some fucking snoring at the door frame, and that dude who downed the fucking whiskey bottle is standing there holding the last person that arrives luggage. He was like, bro, we fucking forgot to buy something. We forgot, we have to go. And everybody was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But he was just fucking tweaking, bro. He was like, no, we have to go, we have to go. He was holding the other guy's luggage. And he just goes to grab it. He just goes to fucking take it from him. He's like, why are you stealing my luggage? And then he's like, then the guy was like, why are you taking it? And he was like, this is my luggage, brother. And then he was like, right. Yeah, that makes sense. And then he went the fuck back to sleep. And that was funny as hell. Eventually they had to wake up, and they're like, and I can go to the next slide. Tourism, baby. We ended up going to, yeah, this is the place where we ended up checking everything out. There's this cool statue of the finger, because we have like a little fingering joke, so we decided, yeah, let's talk about it. That's fun, and look, this is the finger statue. Now, so this is like the main plaza over there at Zapopan, and this is like the main market street. That was actually a really cool place. You see this little, place with like the tents and shit? We ended up having breakfast over there. It was actually really good. So you went, lost the tournament, came back. Hell no. There was a lot of trip there. If I just wanted to, that was another dude who arrived. But we have a story about that. Anyway, we touristed it up, and this is also all the shit that I ate. Yeah. This is actually like shots. This is the main Zapopan Basilica. I actually went and bought like a keychain for my mama. I got her like there's a Virgen de Zapopan, and I bought her a keychain for my mom, and she was like, oh cool, thanks. I thought you didn't think about me this entire fucking trip. And I was like, Mom, do you think I'm stupid? Anyway, yeah, there's a fucking statue of like Pope John Paul II, because he went there and people were like fucking losing it. And anyway, and there's also this cool really weird statue that we saw. Apparently it's like wood. Anyway, we also ate some fucking food. This is a picture of like my onigiri and coke that I ordered. This is a fish empanada that I ate the last day. Actually, it was like shrimp empanada. I'm sorry, but I also had like a bite of a fish taco, specifically manta ray. It's actually really tasty. Manta ray is actually really tasty. I didn't expect it to be. I actually expected it to taste more like fish. It tastes a little bit more like a tougher chicken. And this here in the background that you can see is what they call molletes. Specifically, they say molletes rancheros. It is like you grab French bread, slicing it in half across the way like a sandwich, but all the way through. You toast it, put some beans in it, put some. Actually, this was like cooked cheese, yeah. This little crust that you see above is cheese. It was all fucking cheese, and it was the best fucking thing I ever had over there. I also put some pico de gallo over there, and they had like a sauce on top, but I mostly used the pico de gallo. It was actually really good. Fine, well, let me see what the next slide was. Yeah, this is the fighting games. We played some casuals over there. This was my first bracket thing. And the anecdote. Yeah, the wedding wasted. I'm talking a lot about that. It was mostly me just fucking chugging shit. I just decided, hey, I had an idea, but that was later after the first of day one. The tournament was 2 days actually. It was Saturday and Sunday. But anyway, we ended up at a bar with horrendous vibes. So the TOs, the TOs ended up running. Said like, actually, yeah, we as a show of gratitude, we're running like a pre-event over at this bar in the middle of the middle of the city, and we said, let's go in, let's check it out. It started at like 8 p.m. and we decided let's get there on time. So we arrive, and there's just like a shitload of people playing Smash, like Smash, like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And we didn't recognize anyone, because we're mostly anime players. So we were like hanging together with the anime players and shit. But none of us knew anybody there. So we just grabbed the setup and started playing Under Night. Yeah, that was, yeah. So eventually we gave up and we decided to like fucking order some drinks or whatever. And turns out there was only like beer and a few beer mixed drinks, like micheladas and russos. Like michelada is like how do I describe michelada? Michelada is like beer mixed with clamato, but and then with a little bit of salt, and then on the rim instead, like a margarita, but instead of salt you use like fucking a chili, like a kind of powdered chili. Like sweet chili powder candy. People really like them for some reason, but I don't particularly don't. So I ended up getting the other option, which is a rusa, which is just it's a beer, lemon juice, and salt. That's it, mixed with ice. It's actually pretty refreshing. But I may have ended up going with like a dark beer instead of a light beer. And that probably goes better with a light beer, like a Heineken, a Corona, maybe even a Modelo. But whatever. That's the point. I ended up ordering that and some onion rings, and I was like, this is, could be worse. Bar food is not the greatest. So that happens. Eventually, after the Smash players arrive, fucking Street Fighter players come in. And let me tell you, Street Fighter players love hogging the setups, and they're a little bit of a piece of shit. One dude was like having an energy drink on there, and one of the others, like with a large backpack, while carrying around a large backpack, just fucking knocked it out accidentally, and bro didn't even apologize. He just fucking looked at it and started pointing at it and laughing. And just let bro sad sit on the fucking stained gaming chair. So that was cool, I guess. But anyway, eventually the people we know arrived, and we just ended up drinking, playing some games, and then saying hi to them and all the shit. Russell was at the bar too, by the way. If you're not familiar with Russell's like a top. She used to be a top Leo player, but apparently now she plays later. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, Russell was there and she was looking clearly fucking uncomfortable. Because there was like no women in there. It was like all those, a fucking sausage party. And then eventually like a few girls arrived, but it was like, what? Midnight, and the event ended like 1 in the morning. We were like, yeah, whatever. So we ended up running like a small only crew battle. First to 2, if you win 2 in a row, you leave. And yeah, I didn't participate on that because I was too drunk to be like properly play, and I was like, nah, I'm just gonna fucking hold my team back, bro. I don't know how to operate with I was not at the level of drunk that I can play comfortably at. So I just decided, fuck it. Eventually that ended and we ended up going home. And the next day was a tournament. Yeah. The tournament was fun. Hold on. Yeah, we got there like early in the morning, 10 a.m. because my boys had the Lumina bracket. Like the multi-blood Tab Lumina bracket. Not me. I didn't sign up for Tab Lumina because I actually enjoy having fun. I don't like every interaction and Oki and Wake Up being turned into a fucking RPS. And I actually enjoy things such as my auto combo not being in every fucking button. So I don't play Tab Lumina. I'm more of an actress again kind of fellow. But that's out of the way. That's not the point. My friends do play Tab Lumina. And they were fucking having the bracket like at 10 a.m. It was the first bracket of the morning actually. It was that and Street Fighter pools running all day long. So bros were just like having the bracket. I was cheering on them. One of them was an influencer and he fought one of my friends. He destroyed the influencer, by the way. And yeah, eventually, like a few hours, like 2 hours after that, my straight bracket starts, and then it was time for me to play. I run Slayer and whatever, and I had the great idea to like not run a button check. And apparently, I think like the micro switches on my stick stick lever was like something iffy, and it was being, I don't know if that was like the conversion to PlayStation 4 or whatever, but I was trying to run that shit and I struggled to do quarter circles backwards, and specifically only quarter circles backwards. It looks like the one direction and the lever, the micro switches for that may have been might have gotten a little bit of damage. So I'm gonna take a look through that and see what's up with that. But yesterday I was playing just fine, so maybe it was just something that happened in there. Who knows? Anyway. But yeah, I ended up going 2-0 because I fought a Nagori Yuki. And with the recent Slayer patch, Slayer has no health. I can still win. It just means that I get less opportunity to make mistakes. So that's cool. But I'm not mad. I was like, yeah, I was struggling a bit, and now that bro deserved the win. Then I go on my losers run. Then I go into the losers, I'm still on losers. So I ended up going for 0-1, 0-2 against the Kyle Kisk. And then we're like, yeah, whatever. And after that, we just, we had that. Love to see a Nago. And yeah, I actually don't mind Nago that much. He's cool. I don't hate him as much as I hate Bridget or Happy Chaos or Milia. I actually really enjoy characters that just at least kill me in a few interactions. But that's cool. Anyway, after that, I decided to go watch my friends at Lumina top 8 because they were at top 8 already, and it was the most fun I ever had watching a fucking set. I jumped in at like losers finals. One of my friends was like fucking fighting for his life and he did it, and I was like yeah. We were like cheering on him. And then grand finals was one of my friends against one of my other friends. So we were fucking chanting, bro. We were like, it's a festival, who kills who first, exactly. But anyway, on to Tab Lumina. We was watching top 8, and my boy was fighting my other friend, and we was cheering for them. We were like, yeah, fucking kill him. Everybody chanting like, because my boy plays Blob, which is aka one of the most stupid fucking characters in the game who continually gets blocked for no reason. Because you don't understand Kamone's vision. We were like chanting like, look, I'm not chanting like they were chanting in Spanish. We're like saying like, pinche mono miado, like mono miado. They were like fucking egging on him, on my boy, and he still went and he still reset the bracket and lost 2-3. Grab his dick and twist it. Nah, there was no grabs. Actually, the only grabs from my other guy who was playing Saber. They were cheering for him. They were screaming, oh, so, cause that is, as his tag, also Ragna. Shout out to my boy also Ragnar. He won Tab Lumina. That was cool. And yeah, man, after that, me and the other guys who were like on that bracket, we said, fuck, let's go grab some lunch, bro. So we ended up going back and saying, yeah, let's go grab some lunch. We went to like a nearby cafe, and also we bought some merch. But I'll talk about the merch like back when I at the end of the trip, when I returned home and everything. So yeah, I bought some merch. We go there, and I was like, shit, I should go to the bank, and I just withdraw a large amount of cash to buy one of the things that I wanted. I'll show it to you guys later. So I just decided, I say I'm order a cappuccino and a strawberry tart. Yeah, that was pretty tasty actually. And yeah. And after that, we had the uni bracket. There were two pools actually in that one. So let me switch. There were two pools. There was pool 1, where both of my friends that ended up in top 8 ended up. They both made it to like top 8, one on winner side, one on loser side. And the other pool. Except, there was a problem with the setups. So here comes the story time. I'm gonna try and tell it within the next 5 minutes before we go into ads, and then I'll take a little break. So there's like 3 stations, 3 setups for uni. There's one PS5, another PS5, and a PS4. So it's all fine and dandy. You're running 3 games at the same time. The bracket is not that big. We can probably run it in like an hour or so. That was cool. So it turns out one of the setups is running the PS5 version, which, if you're familiar with fighting games, PS5 versions have a noticeable amount of input delay. The best way to play fighting games on PS5 is to play the PlayStation 4 version on PlayStation 5. That gets rid of most of the input lag. Yeah, exactly, fuck the PS5. As soon as we told the TO, he was like, oh yeah, no, don't fucking play on that one. That one's off limits, bro. That's just fun PS5. Yeah, exactly. So functionally there were only 2 setups. The other PS5 and the PS4, which both ran not the best, but it could have been worse. Except one of those 2 setups was still in use, because one of the guys in the first pool had a bracket conflict. He was on Persona 4 Arena top 8. He was at Grand Finals. And he still had to like compete in the uni bracket. And they were like, you know what, fuck it, let's delay it a little bit and then start pool 2. So we ended up running pool 2 and the tail end of pool 1, who still had that guy, he still had to run his fucking matches on winner side. Actually, I think it was on loser side, I'm not super sure. It was either way. He took a shitload of time to show up. And even then, there were still like 2 or 3 matches after him. So, and also, I forgot to tell you, my opponent was fucking missing. Well, but we still gave him a chance, because the bracket was running late, and we were like, whatever. Eventually, he appears and he checks in. He was like, alright, cool. And then they were like, but then when they were calling for him, he disappeared. He fucking went to play Tekken or something, I don't know. And he just decided, fuck it. Let the other people play. And by the other people, I mean the people from the first pool. So that was fun. We ended up waiting for them. Eventually, my opponent arrives and the fucking pool still isn't over. So, we just fucking wait. We sit down at the PS4, thank the Lord, and not the PS5 version. Actually, we tried to finish it down in the PS5 version, and we find out that no, it was someone else who found out. Sorry. So we sit down at the PS4, and it was We sit down, I plug in my stick, it's working correctly. He sits down, he plugs in his stick, it's broken. It doesn't fucking work.